Hey there, friends. Thanks for checking in. Just this last weekend, I met a guy. I had never seen him before. We were working side by side, doing some volunteer work. And in the midst of our discussion, he'd mentioned that he and his wife bought each other for Christmas CCW training to get their permits. He mentioned, it's time. It's time to get my permit. I want to carry a gun. The world has changed. I'm thinking to myself, a little late to the party, but better late than never. So we were talking about it. He said, do you know anything about guns? I said, yeah, I know a few things about guns. He said, the gun that I'm going to carry is a Beretta M9. I like that gun, but my wife has no idea what she is going to purchase. She doesn't know what she wants, and I'm trying to learn all this stuff, and it's too hard. What do you think she should get? I said, I can't answer that question. Now, in the midst of this, I wanted to pull my gun and show him what I had, some of the advantages of it, some of the features, things that she may be interested in. But I resisted doing that. I decided to take my own advice that I had shared with you guys and keep all that secret, and I did. However, I mentioned to him, well, there are a lot of things you need to consider, but here's one thing that you should not do, and that is go to a gun store and ask them what they think she should carry. He said, why is that? They have a lot of guns. Well, let me first say, I have gone to several gun stores, and there have been genuinely honest people there whose motive is to help you, but they're not all like that. Matter of fact, there are some people that have no idea. You know, they just may know the very bits and pieces of how a gun operates, and then next thing you know, they're working at a gun store. Not all, but many are like that. So I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should not go to a gun store and ask them what you should buy. You need to do the research on your own. The first reason, they're biased. Everybody in the gun world is biased. Let's just understand that right now. Everybody is. So if somebody happens to own a Glock 19, you ask them, what's the best carry gun? They're going to say, it's a Glock 19. What's the best range gun? Glock 19. You know, what's the best home defense gun? Glock 19. You know, and that's how they are thinking, because that's what they have. They are biased. Whether it's handguns, rifles, shotguns, it doesn't matter. People like what they have, and so they're going to share with you what they have and why it's the best. It's kind of a way to make them feel good about their purchase or whatever. Even if it is a great firearm, that's what they do. So you have the bias effect. Secondly, is they're going to try to sell you what's in their case. Whether it's the best gun for you or your wife or anybody else, they're going to try to sell you what they have. Now, not all gun stores are like these big box stores that have 400 guns, shotguns, rifles all racked up behind. They may just have 1 or 2 cases of guns, and their goal is to get you to walk out there with a gun. Not only that, but they also want to upcharge you, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Most of the stuff they're upcharging, you're going to need anyways, whether it's a rifle case, an optic, you know, night sights, ammo, you know, everything above and beyond the gun is a bonus for them. Some people get graded on that, but they're going to try to sell you what they have, even if it's not the greatest gun for you. And then thirdly, I know this is a fact, and it's not everywhere, but there are many times where reps from companies come in and they offer an incentive to the salespeople. They may say, hey, look, in the month of February, whoever sells the most of our product at the end of the month gets a free gun. So you go in there and you say, hey, which one do you think I should get? Well, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to say, buy this. This is the best, and this is why, blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, they're thinking, I am racking up the total, so at the end of the month, I can win that gun. I've met great guys in gun stores. I deal with some people that I trust. But we have to understand, just like any form of business, they are salespeople. They are trying to sell you a gun. They are trying to sell you additional things above and beyond that gun. That's perfectly fine. But when you go in there without any education whatsoever and say, hey, can you tell me about this gun? Most of the time, through my experiences, they rack the slide back, put it on the counter, and say, there you go. Well, what are the advantages of this gun? What does this gun offer that this one doesn't? And that's many times they get, well, you know, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know prior to coming in. Don't expect me to spend a lot of time with you, because somebody's over here and they may actually buy a gun quickly, and you kind of feel like, well, you know, what am I doing here? So although they can be very helpful, although they may have a lot to show you, it's not always the best resource to learn about guns. I would say watch videos, read articles, and most importantly, talk to people. All right, talk to people who have certain guns. You may go in and say, hey, I love that PPQ. I want a PPQ. I shot my buddy's PPQ. You go in there and someone says, why are you getting that? Don't you know you need an M&P? Matter of fact, they came out with the 2.0 compact, and that's the one you need. It's way better than a PPQ. And you're thinking, what just happened here? Then all of a sudden you start questioning yourself. Not a good place to be. Have a good idea what's going on, and you will be happy with your purchase. If you like videos like this, please subscribe and share. I always appreciate the thumbs up button. Thanks for watching, and you guys be safe.